Previously, in Breaking Point.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect! That's how it works!
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me,
What? He didn't want me on the team.
didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing and...
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
Today, we finally get our hands on the story mode in F1 23. This of course is the next chapter of Breaking Point, which started in F1 2021 and is back for a second iteration in F1 23. So guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe for more. I'm going to have a few more episodes of this coming out over the next couple of days. I've also got more gameplay planned. I've got a 100% race going out this weekend around Silverstone, so stay tuned for that. And also at some point I want to try and do a stream of approx 1 hour of basically gameplay on this game, and this will be on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Right, we're going to go for hard. I feel like we shouldn't have an issue. I'm pretty quick as a driver.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Here we go then. First time we get hands-on in this game.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can. Copy that.
So let's try and get past this next car. We're going to have DRS here. We're going to also keep it in cockpit view for the experience, to kind of add to the story mode and try something different, as I know a lot of you do like cockpit view. So let's see, we've got plenty of fuel in the tank. Brake bias looks pretty decent. So we're going to have to learn how this car drives. We're basically now back in F1 22, so we've gone back a year of course. But let's see, can we get the Ukes to here and get past Sonoda, maybe on the back straight? We'll look to pass him using the ERS. A little bit of contact there. Yuki's struggling to get up to speed, but we will breeze past with the DRS and make that move. Now spot the braking. Oh, is that a lock up? I think for someone ahead. I almost got put off there. I thought there was a engine block. Right, let's get a good exit. Battery on. Schumacher giving us the squeeze. Alonso won't have DRS, so he'll be pretty defenseless on the straight. Although the Alpine looks pretty slippy. Alonso on the brakes super early, but we go through up the inside. And we're now P11. Bottas is the next car, so let's get after it. Alright, personal best as we close in on Valtteri. Got a car leaving the pit exit, that's Ocon. He's going to be on soft, so he'll be pretty slippery on that tyre straight away. So we're going to have to make some moves here as we're going to just clear Valtteri and make that pass. That's one down. Let's see if we can maybe get Ocon here. That soft tyre won't take long to warm up. And also Norris is just in front. Got about 40% battery, so we've still got enough juice to make something happen. We saw the Alpine before was pretty fast on the straight, so we'll see. Closing in though, and we're going to get the double run on Lando. Up the inside we go, get them both, and that is 8th place. Checo going for the move on Hamilton. That might present a chance as we run in a little bit deep through the final corner. Getting the power down beautifully. Hamilton a little bit wide. And we're going to look at Checo here. DRS open. Down the inside of 1. That's another place gained for us right there. So P6. Absolutely flying. Pierre Gasly, the next car up the road. There we go. Going to try and get Pierre. Got the DRS. Nice exit. Absolutely perfect. No need to really use a lot of battery. Pierre doesn't defend, so we'll just drive past. We'll just hold the inside line. Easy does it, a little bit wide. Pierre with the cutback. But we get the traction down perfectly. And a really good exit. And that will keep us in front. So P5. Russell up next. I think Sainz might be a bit too far. But Russell is definitely a target we can beat.
I'm losing power! Why am I losing power? Copy that, we see it. We're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt, the Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today. But it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a riot show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. Mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson, That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connorsport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
So there we go, first race at Miami done, and also our first few little cinematics and cutscenes. And I like the presentation, the Drive to Survive kind of vibe. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I think that's the end of the first chapter, to be fair, which is very short but very quick, so short and sweet and snappy. But yeah, planting seeds for what's going to happen next, I guess. We'll have a quick browse and have a look at a few things. Well, we've got a phone call actually from Andrea, so let's answer.
Aiden, hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it'll tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ooh, Ackerman wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
Okay, that was a pretty interesting conversation, and that was the first mention of Casper Ackerman, so I'm sure we'll see him. I wanted to look at the news to kind of gain a bit of context, you know, in terms of the season and what's happening. So, uphill struggles at Connorsport. The challenges of setting up a Formula 1 team. Any newcomers will always face an uphill struggle to compete on an even footing with their more experienced and well-established contemporaries, which is only one of the many challenges at Connorsport right now. Formed by Andrea Connor, who is now we know as the team principal in this kind of story mode, the owner and CEO of the globally recognised Connorsport brand, this racing team is an outfit with a lot to prove, yet with a car that is showing all the signs common to a fledgling team. With constant recurring faults that have marred almost every race since the start of the season, the question still remains, will Connorsport have the fortitude to succeed where others have failed? That's a pretty fair picture being painted there, so it sounds like there's been a few more struggles before Miami. So having a quick look at the socials, good to see Ben there, putting a little cheeky little tweet out. Yeah, Arav's got a good point there, to be fair. Arav's right on the money, can't lie, that's an excellent tweet. And finally we have the email section. So besides Andrea O'Connor, who is of course the CEO and team principal, we have Davidoff Butler, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Butler Global. So obviously Davidoff and Andrea O'Connor forming the team. So these are the two main characters. And I believe Davidoff was also shown in the trailer speaking to either Devon or Kelly Mayer, I think. So now the pieces are kind of falling into place a little bit.